Okay, when you think about Iceland, you probably picture, glaciers, volcanoes, fire and ice.
Right, that raw elemental nature.
Exactly. But what's fascinating is that this same place holds on to some of Europe's oldest myths, and they're not just stories and books.
That's the paradox we're diving into today. This isn't just about quaint folklore. We're exploring the Elven Faith of Iceland, how the Alfar, the Elves, became the huldufólk, the hidden people.
And how this belief actively shapes modern life there. Construction, environmental views. It's quite something.
Yeah, our mission here is really to trace that line from the ancient Norse worldview, the sagas, right up to how these beliefs function today, practically, morally, even ecologically.
So where do we start? Back with the Vikings.
Pretty much. When Norse settlers landed, late 9th century, they didn't just bring boats and axes, they brought their whole cosmology, the 9 worlds.
And within that map of reality was a specific place for elves.
Definitely. Elfheimter, the realm of the elves,
Yeah.
a key part of the spiritual geography.
And these Norse elves, they weren't like Tinkerbell, right?
Not at all. No, they were significant cosmic beings. The Prose Edda, one of our key sources, lays out a pretty clear duality. Powerful entities.
Okay, so what were the types?
You had the Illusulfar, the light elves, described as radiant, living up in the heavens, associated with light, beauty, fertility.
Important figures then.
Hugely. They were even said to be gifted to the god Freyr. They represented the sort of bright, beneficial side of the unseen world.
And the flip side.
The Dokalfar,
Yeah.
the dark elves, shadowy, living beneath the earth, masters of secret crafts.
So light and dark, heaven and earth, covered all the bases.
It created this comprehensive spiritual ecosystem, something for every part of the cosmos.
Now, you mentioned settlers arriving. Iceland wasn't empty, spiritually speaking, right? How did these Norse elves interact with local spirits?
That's a crucial point. The settlers encountered this incredibly powerful, intimidating landscape, and they recognized the Landvættir.
The land spirits.
Exactly. The guardians of specific places, mountains, waterfalls, fields, very powerful, very respected. So much so, they're still on Iceland's coat of arms today.
Wow. Okay.
And over time, the concept of the high-status Alfar from Norse myth started to blend with these very local, very immediate Landvættir.
So the cosmic elves got grounded in a way, tied to specific locations in Iceland.
Precisely. And we even see hints in the sagas of people actively trying to, well, negotiate with them. There's mention of Alpha Blot in Cormac's saga.
Sacrifices to the elves?
Yes, rituals.
Yeah.
Offerings made to influence things like health or maybe the harvest. It shows they were seen as directly connected to human well-being, to life itself, like local deities almost.
Okay, so you have these powerful land-connected beings. Then Christianity arrives around 1000 AD. That must have caused some friction.
Oh, absolutely. A huge theological challenge. How do you fit these powerful, respected beings into a monotheistic framework? You can't just pretend they don't exist.
So what happened? Did they just get rebranded?
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
That's where the huldufólk, the hidden people, really come into focus. They were reframed, not quite angels, definitely not demons, somewhere in between, hidden.
And the church came up with explanations for why they were hidden.
They did. Our sources give a couple of really compelling origin stories. One is that they were angels who, during Lucifer's rebellion, didn't take sides.
Ah, the neutral angels.
Right. Not loyal enough for heaven, not bad enough for hell. So banished to earth, but hidden from human sight.
Okay, that's one. What's the other?
The other one is, well, it's quite domestic, actually. It involves Eve.
Adam and Eve.
That's the one.
Yeah.
The story goes, God paid a visit, and Eve hadn't washed all her children. She was embarrassed, so she hid the dirty ones.
Oh, dear.
And when God asked if all her children were there, she lied, said yes. So God declared, what you have hidden from me shall remain hidden from humankind.
That's quite a story. It preserves them, but explains their invisibility and ties it to something very human, like shame.
Exactly. It's a brilliant narrative move, really. It allows the belief to persist through this massive religious shift. And crucially, it keeps them connected to the land, to specific places.
And in a place like Iceland, I mean, the landscape itself feels alive, doesn't it? Lava fields, hot springs, geysers.
Absolutely. It's raw, it's unpredictable, sometimes violent. That kind of environment almost naturally supports the idea that the land is, pulsing with hidden energies.
Yeah.
It makes the belief feel very real, very present.
Okay, let's really unpack that. Bring it forward. How does this belief manifest today? Like in the 21st century, we're not just talking old stories anymore.
No, definitely not. It has tangible consequences. The landscape is dotted with places believed to be sacred to the huldufólk.
Like what kind of places?
Well, you have Alpha Borgia, literally elf castles or elf rocks. These are often large, distinct boulders or small, isolated hills. They're seen as actual dwellings.
So people treat them like occupied property.
In a way, yes,
Yeah.
with respect. And then caves, lava tubes, these underground places are often linked to them too.
Yeah.
Sources of power, mystery,
Waterfalls, springs.
often seen as thresholds. Thin places between our world and theirs. You approach these areas carefully.
You mentioned consequences. Let's talk brass tacks here. Does this belief actually interfere with modern life? Like building projects. Surveys show a lot of Icelanders won't dismiss elves entirely.
It absolutely does interfere, or perhaps informs. It happens often enough that it's a real consideration in planning. The core idea is that dismissing the possibility, being arrogant about it, courts bad luck. Machinery breaks down, projects get delayed.
It's like a cultural risk assessment.
That's a great way to put it, and sometimes the risk is deemed too high.
Okay, we have to talk about the famous road example. Hafnarfjörður.
Ah, yes, Hammer and Rock. It's one of the clearest examples. A road project in Hafnarfjörður was planned to go straight through this large, prominent rock, Hammerin, and local tradition held it was a major elf dwelling.
So they just started bulldozing.
They tried. But reports say machinery kept failing. Strange accidents, tools vanishing, constant setbacks. It became seriously disruptive.
So what do? Call an engineer.
Eventually, they called someone else. Often it's a kind of specialist, maybe a folklorist or someone considered a seer who understands the traditions. A go-between?
A diplomat to the hidden people.
Essentially, yes. And the communication, as it's told, was that the inhabitants of Hammerin weren't moving, and that was the source of the trouble.
Now the skeptic in me asks, is this real supernatural intervention or maybe, a convenient excuse for delays or bad planning?
And that's the ambiguity, isn't it? But what matters is the outcome. The cultural belief carried enough weight. The cost of fighting it, fixing machines, dealing with the delays, plus the social pressure, it outweighed the cost of changing the plan.
So they rerouted the road.
They did. The sources confirm the road makes a sharp curve around Hammer and Rock. It's still there today. They chose respect, or maybe pragmatism, over confrontation.
That's incredible. A modern road bending to ancient belief.
And it's not just about avoiding problems. It's also about maintaining a positive relationship, reciprocity.
Through rituals.
Small ones, usually. Quiet acts of diplomacy, you could say.
Like what? Leaving things out.
Yeah, sometimes small offerings.
Yeah.
A little bit of bread, maybe some milk, flowers, left near known elf spots, especially around significant times like midsummer or Christmas. It's like a quiet negotiation.
We respect you. Please don't cause trouble for us.
Basically. And there's etiquette involved, too. Don't shout near certain hills. Definitely don't move or disturb large stones without good reason. It's about humility.
Approaching these places as if you're a visitor.
Exactly. A visitor on someone else's turf, even if that turf looks like just a pile of rocks or an empty field to us, it implies the huldufólk aren't just folklore characters, they're powerful neighbors.
So let's pull back. What does this all mean? Why does this belief system persist so strongly in a modern, educated, Nordic country?
Well, functionally, the huldufólk seem to act as guardians of the land. The stories almost always reward respect for nature, humility, caution, and punish the opposite: arrogance, greed, destruction.
So they serve as a kind of moral compass for environmental behavior.
In a very real way, yes. They encourage sustainable interaction with the land. And psychologically, think about it. Iceland's environment can be eerie. Strange lights, weird sounds from geothermal vents, mist.
Having a framework like, oh, that's just the hidden people, is maybe less scary than just unexplained phenomena.
Precisely. It provides a cognitive anchor, a way to interpret ambiguity, and it strengthens cultural bonds. Everyone knows the stories, the etiquette. It builds community.
What about literal belief, though? If you ask an Icelander, do you actually believe in elves? What do they say?
That's where it gets nuanced. Most sources suggest literal, concrete belief is maybe rare. But what is widespread is respect. Respect for the tradition, respect for the possibility, respect for the places.
The better safe than sorry approach we talked about.
Exactly that. Why risk upsetting something, even if you're not sure what it is? It's a pragmatic acknowledgement that maybe we don't understand everything about the world around us.
And that respect has real-world conservation effects.
Absolutely. This tradition of leaving Certain rocks, hills, lava fields untouched because they might be elf homes. That is environmental protection. It's been happening for centuries, long before modern conservation movements. It's a kind of ingrained cultural stewardship.
So it's this amazing blend, ancient Norse ideas, filtered through Christian adaptation, shaped by a dramatic landscape, leading to this living tradition that influences everything from road building to environmental ethics.
It really is. The huldufólk aren't just relics. They are active agents in the culture, demanding or at least encouraging a respectful way of living with the land.
It makes you think about how tied Icelandic identity and, well, success seem to be to honoring these unseen forces.
It does. And maybe that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If the persistence of the hidden people in Iceland is partly about respecting the environment, about acknowledging forces beyond our immediate grasp, what unseen things are we ignoring in our own societies?
You mean like fragile ecosystems or maybe complex social needs that aren't immediately obvious?
Could be. What are the hidden people, the subtle requirements for balance and health in our own backyards that we dismiss? And, what's the potential cost of that dismissal for our own future?
That's a really powerful question to end on. Lots to think about there. Thank you for this deep dive.
My pleasure. It's a fascinating intersection of myth and modernity.